hi there, Capricorns. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome to your energetic reading. Okay, so up first, I'm going to draw, well, I already picked it out for you because it is your birthstone, and it's your Mindful Soul card with the stone garnet. Okay, so this is your birthstone. Sensuality, commitment, connection, element earth, chakra root. Garnet, often referred to as the pomegranate stone, distinguishes itself as a gem linked to creativity and love. Embedded in various narratives and myths, such as Noah's Ark and the ancient Greek tale of Persephone, garnet holds a significant place in cultural stories. On the other hand, this gem is renowned for its powerful... On the other hand, this gem is renowned for its powerful sexual energy, believed to address issues concerning libido and physical intimacy. Garnet also has a positive influence on relationships overall, not just a sensual aspect. Recognized as a stone of commitment, it serves as a steadfast ally for individuals seeking support in navigating the complexities of their relationships, when to use it, on date nights, during intimate moments, and when exploring sensory experiences. Where to put it? Keep garnet in the bedroom to infuse the space with its sensual energy. Special care. Avoid exposing it to prolonged sunlight as it may cause fading. My sensual energy is a natural and beautiful part of who I am. Boom. Okay, gotcha. Capricorn, you're leveling up, okay? So speaking of leveling up, I am doing something a little unorthodox here, and I'm going to be only using one major arcana card for this reading, and I'm going to be reading about that major arcana card from the perspective of the writer of this book, Meditations on Tarot. Okay, so I don't know what's gonna be in this book, but we're gonna find out. So it's gonna be a nice, hopefully, surprise. So speaking of major arcana, I bought this deck to go with the book. Okay, Eternal Arcana Tarot deck. Eternal Arcana Tarot, step into the realm of myth and mystery with the Eternal Arcana Tarot, a complete 78-card deck that reimagines the timeless symbolism of the tarot through hand-painted artistry. Each card is brought to life in a bold oil paint style, layered with rich textures, luminous contrasts, and the essence of epic fantasy. Within these images lie the archetypes of the human journey, triumph and loss, shadow and light, destiny and free will. The deck is both a guide and a mirror, offering clarity in readings, inspiration for meditation, and depth for self-exploration. So the book and the cards did not come together, but I was drawn to these cards, and I just felt this book needed a deck to go with it. So, yeah. And also, I'm going to be drawing one of these cards for you, Akasha Oracle, unlock wisdom from previous lives. Okay, and it says here, the Akashic Records, a universal library containing all memories of humanity, including each soul's individual journey, have been known and explored by many civilizations throughout history. When you access the records, the masters and teachers deliver what you need to know to evolve positively in your current incarnation. This oracle will provide you with the keys to obtain precise and dated information on your past lives, help you understand the nature of your personal blocks, discover your life purpose and the potentialities you are called to develop, or even just undertake a more traditional divinatory reading. Okay, and so Capricorn, for you, I have movement. Cockspur coral tree, and there's a girl riding on a bluebird. With the bluebird has a flower in its beak. Okay, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure what cockspur coral tree. I'm not sure what that exactly it means. I'm gonna find out though for you. Okay. So interesting. It's a Erythrina cristagalli, cockspur coal tree in Spanish or Croatia, Portuguese, is a species of flowering tree in the family Fabaceae, native to Argentina, Uruguay, Bolivia, southern Brazil, and Paraguay. Interesting. So, spiritual meaning of the cockspur coral tree is rich in spiritual symbolism, drawing from its vivid red flowers, thorny branches, and deep cultural roots. The core spiritual symbolism in many traditions, the tree represents strength, courage, and resilience. Its bold, fiery red blossoms are seen as a beacon of bravery and protection, much like the thorns that guard against harm. This makes it a symbol of inner fortitude and the ability to withstand adversity. Freedom, bravery, and resilience, courage and protection, passion and love, transformation and inspiration, prosperity and creativity. While not commonly used in bouquets, the tree's flowers are featured in cultural festivals, weddings, and community gatherings, symbolizing the celebration of strong, passionate, and resilient bonds. Guardian of courage, a symbol of passion and the source of inspiration and transformation. It connects deeply with themes of resilience, beauty, and the protection of loved ones, making it a meaningful emblem in both cultural and personal symbolism. Whew, Capricorn. Okay, so leveling up. Okay. Yeah. This is interesting too because it's like, I feel like you are, like, this is the point of the reading, is Capricorn, is you are leveling up, okay? So, all right, so now I'm going to get your Major Arcana card for you, okay? So, all right. So I'm shuffling up the Major Arcanas, and we're gonna find out which. Whoa! Okay. Dang. Oh my god. Okay, so lots of energy today. Oh my goodness. Okay. Capricorns. Woo. Alright. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to do like a bottom of the deck for you. Capricorn, I feel like it's just one of those days where you're just like, bottom of the deck, please. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Ooh, Temperance. Oh, at number 14, Capricorns. Okay. So let's see. Temperance. Interesting. Okay. So Meditations on Tarot. Okay, I'll tell you what this is about. Now in fully corrected edition, one of the true spiritual classics of the 20th century, published for the first time with an index and Cardinal Hans Urs von Balthasar's afterward, this new English publication of Meditations on the Tarot is the landmark edition of one of the most important works of historic Christianity. Okay, I do not consider myself Christian, okay? I just, no, but I'm not biased either. That might have seemed a little biased. Honestly, this is just like, I just think it's interesting to compare perspectives, okay? So I'm kind of looking at this as a more of like an analysis and a study and research purposes, and comparing what this person who wrote this book thinks about this particular, arcana, okay, for instance, and tarot in general. And then I also have the tarot guidebook right here, so we can compare and contrast, okay? So Yeah. I also have another tarot book. I have so many tarot books, okay? So this is just to like add into the mix a different perspective and to study and compare and contrast, okay? So written anonymously and published posthumously, as with the author's wish, the intention of this work is for the reader to find a relationship with the author in the spiritual dimensions of existence. The author wanted not to be thought of as a personality who lived from 1900 to 1973, but as a friend who is communicating with us from beyond the boundaries of ordinary life. Using the 22 major arcana of the tarot deck as a means to explore some of humanity's most penetrating spiritual questions, Meditations on the Tarot has attracted an unprecedented range of praise from across the spiritual spectrum. That sounds pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Okay. So let's see. What does this author have to say about the Temperance card? Okay, so let's see. Temperance. Meditation on the 14th major arcanum of the tarot, Temperance. And there's like some kind of poem in here or something, or there's like a verses from the Bible in here. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight to the card description that they gave of their like analysis. Okay. That's what I'm calling it. Sorry if you don't like it. Okay. Dear unknown friend, the card of the 14th major arcanum of the tarot places us in the presence of an angel in a robe which is half red and half blue, who is accomplishing, and look at this, you have a red cup. This is like more white than blue, but that's interesting. Okay. They did use a specific tarot deck that was too expensive for me. Too expensive for my taste. That's not good. Of a strange act where is pouring colorless water. Okay, there we go. From one vase into another, or rather, he is making it gush almost horizontally between the two vases. At an angle of about 45 degrees, the vases being held at a considerable distance from one another. An intellectual shock, and therefore an arcanum, something which one has. Okay, bruh. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I mean, they obviously used a different, like, the original tarot, the Tarot of Marseille, I believe, is the deck they used. So, I mean, okay. It says here to take hold of and apprehend beyond the usual plane of experience and thought. This invites us, therefore, to profound meditation, to a spiritual exercise. Let us follow this invitation. What is the problem that the card, its whole context, arouses spontaneously in the mind of he who looks at it attentively? What is the message of the angel with two wings and the red and blue robe, holding two vases, one red and one blue, and making water gush in a mysterious way from one vase to the other? Is he not the one who bears the good news that beyond the duality of either or there is or is possible, still that of not only but also or both and? Does not the totality of the card, the angel of the card, suggest the problem of cooperating polarity or integrated duality? Does it not first of all suggest the presentiment or suspicion that perhaps it is thanks to the two wings, the two arms, the two colors of the robe, the two vases, that the water pours forth? That this water is the fruit and the gift of both and, of integrated duality, which jumps to one's attention as one looks at the card. Okay, first of all, I think that I don't think that's, 100% accurate, but again, I don't like, this is one person's perspective. Okay, there is a lot here, though. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot here. Okay, so I'm not gonna have all the time in the world to go through all of this. I just feel like his main focus, like just his attention right away, is drawn to these like two colors and the duality here. So I think that overall, though, like temperance is about balance and patience and harmony of two energies. It's interesting he doesn't recognize like what these colors both mean symbolically. He just took both and what? Both are, they're two different colors, okay? If you take a look here, hold on. This interpretation of the Temperance card, there is no red and blue. It just is. So, two golden chalices and blue water. So, and an angel. So let's take a look here at the Tarot Guidebook. What does the Tarot Guidebook say about temperance? Because this is the book that actually came with this deck. Okay, so taking a look at this, let me see. Fluidity, moderation, patience, reversed, imbalance, extremes, excess. Temperance shows an angel of both genders mixing water between two cups. One foot is on the land and one is in the water. See, this card does not align with this description. This is a woman with red hair and like dark gray, like almost like stainless glass. Okay, so it's like it's more mosaic, more different colors, reflections of light. Sometimes it can be like translucent or opaque. She has a blue stone on her necklace. She is like the essence and embodying the essence of patience and balance. Okay, so there are so many different perspectives and views and translations of what temperance represents. So I really feel like, though, at the end of the day, Capricorn, it's kind of like, what is your interpretation of temperance? What does temperance mean to you? And if we look at the colors, right? If we look at the color red and the color blue, okay, what do those colors mean spiritually? The color red symbolizes life force, passion, and transformation, holding deep spiritual significance across various cultures and traditions. Life force and vitality. Red is often associated with the life force representing energy and vitality. It symbolizes the blood that sustains life, reminding us of our physical existence and the energy that flows within us. In spiritual practices, red encourages individuals to reconnect with their life force and embrace renewal. And that's where the balance comes from, okay? Now looking at the color blue, also it's cool too because movement, and the bird is blue and the girl has a blue dress on. Okay, so, and you got red for Garnet, Capricorn. Maybe some of you were born on the 14th, Capricorn. or, you know, that has some significance to you. I can look at that too as well. Yeah. I don't know if you're into numerology. And then 29, spiritual meaning behind that. Okay. The spiritual meaning of blue. See, this is the thing about Christianity. It's organized religion, and especially a cardinal is going to be like, you know, they're going to try to systematically break down every aspect of something that tarot wasn't even invented for religious purposes or spiritual purposes. It was invented as a form of entertainment for rich people. Go figure. There is definitely some irony in that, for sure. So yeah. Spiritually, the color blue symbolizes peace, trust, wisdom, and divine connection, resonating deeply across various cultures and spiritual practices. Peace and serenity, communication and truth. In spiritual context, blue is linked to the throat chakra, and we have with the red garnet, crown chakra. So already it's like you're balancing your shit out, Capricorn. You are leveling up and finding truth and meaning and keeping harmony and balance together so they can you want to be able to coexist within your truth and within the chaotic stuff and environments that exist. Like passion can be very liberating and very freeing, but it also can be very chaotic and very fast moving. Whereas peace and serenity is more calm, cool, collected, balance. You have found that inner balance. That's how you've energetically upgraded. Blue is often associated with calmness and tranquility. It evokes feelings of peace, helping individuals find stillness in chaotic environments. This calming effect makes blue a popular choice in meditation spaces and areas intended for relaxation. And intuition and inner wisdom. Blue is associated with the third eye chakra. So your chakras are like energetically, they're aligning here. Okay, Capricorn, which governs intuition and insight. It encourages individuals to trust their inner voice and seek deeper understanding beyond the surface. And what is this adorable little bluebird doing? It is taking you beyond the surface energetically. You're like leveling up. You're flying high, soaring high, like the angel, right, Capricorn? So everything is coming into an alignment here. You know, this definitely looks like more clear and like white than blue, in my opinion. Like maybe like a lighter blue. Again, you know, blue in general is like that. Communication, clarity, offering a calming and uplifting energy for the mind, body, and spirit. Sky and water. Light blue blends the calm of blue with the purity of white, creating a hue that feels both grounded and earthreal. It is often associated with the sky and water, evoking openness, tranquility, and clarity. Spiritually, light blue encourages introspection, inner peace, and connection with higher realms, making it a powerful color for meditation, prayer, and spiritual reflection. And I really feel like for you Capricorns, and again, there's the throat chakra, okay? Communication with higher spiritual guidance and encourages truthfulness and authenticity, trust and communication, creativity and intuition. Yeah, Capricorn, I mean, everything I feel like for you is coming into alignment. Your chakras are aligning. Your energy is aligning here, and it's all coming together to form this beautiful connection with yourself and doing the inner work and doing, you know, the shadow work, the light work, and all that incorporates. So it's interesting that pretty much what this author describes with the different like polarities, the different energies integrating duality, again, that definitely refers to like light work, shadow work. So in other words, your shadow work is like your inner subconsciousness, your unconsciousness. It's your ego battling with your conscious self to take flight, for instance. But you have to have that in check at all times. So yeah, I feel like, at the end of the day, you're really focusing on having patience and harmony and balance in your spiritual life. And he talks about the number 14 as well. So let's take a look at the number 14 here. Spiritual meaning of the number 14. The number 14 carries rich spiritual symbolism representing balance, transformation, and personal growth, Capricorns. Across numerology, cultural traditions, and religious texts, it often appears as a sign to embrace change while staying grounded. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. In numerology, 14 reduces to 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5, which symbolizes freedom, adventure, and change. The 1 represents new beginnings and individual will, while the 4 brings stability and structure. Together, 14 teaches that true freedom is earned through disciplined action, moving freely with a balanced framework. Movement. You're now free to fly, Capricorn. Within reasons, like within certain areas, right? Like you leveled up, but you're like, I'm only gonna fly here, I'm only gonna fly there, I'm not gonna be flying everywhere. Like, I'm gonna do some exploring, but not a lot of exploring. Harmony and balance. 14 is a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds, encouraging you to maintain equilibrium in life. Transformation. It signals a period of change, urging you to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace new opportunities. Okay, I don't know why I'm using my hands to talk a lot. Okay, personal growth. Okay, repeated sightings of 14 can be a reminder to trust your intuition, set clear goals, and make decisions aligned with your true self. Creativity and adaptability. The 5 energy inspires creative problem solving and openness to new experiences. And I'm going to read you the cultural and religious symbolism because of this book. Biblical in the Bible, 14 appears 22 times and is linked to deliverance, salvation, and generational cycles. So you probably are breaking generational curses. You're probably ending cycles of abuse, and that's what's leveled you up now. It marks completion and preparation for significant events such as the genealogy of Jesus in Matthew. Okay, I don't know about that stuff. I don't know anything about that. Spirit animal, often linked to creatures that embody balance amid change, such as butterflies, transformation, or owls, wisdom and change. Native American, associated with the cycle of life and death, symbolizing rebirth and transformation. Dreams and repeated sightings. Dreaming of 14 can be a call to listen to your inner wisdom and trust the process of change. Seeing it multiple times, 2 or 3, amplifies its message, emphasizing openness, self-discovery, and transformation on all levels. To harness 14's energy, set intentions for growth and change, practice mindfulness and reflection, seek opportunities that align with your passions, maintain balance between freedom and responsibility. Okay, so I'm getting all this information from various sources. Okay, that is what leveling up feels like. You're not just sticking with one specific belief system or one specific idea. You are comparing all ideas, and then you are coming up with the whole concept as a whole and what it means collectively, Capricorn. Okay, so to just generalize it. Okay, balance, harmony, moderation, seeking inner peace. The Temperance card is a symbol of balance, alchemy, and the power of finding middle ground in all aspects of life. All right, and I think this book does this little tiny little book here. I think this does a good job of just breaking it down into like sections and different aspects, because we all have questions about different aspects of our life. So looking at the description, Temperance shows an angel. Okay, we read that part, but it's all about like fluidity here. Okay, upright meaning, the angel is a reminder that you can achieve peace through balance and moderation. Be wary of letting extreme behaviors define you. Relationships, you may be trying to force results from a relationship. Don't be overbearing, but don't become apathetic either. Career, achieving your goals can be a slow process, and that's okay. You will get there in time, but be careful not to throw off your work-life balance by overworking yourself. Reversed, perhaps you've been overindulging in food, drink, a behavior, or an emotion. Scale things back and keep in mind that long-term effects of your actions. Okay, that's like to keep it in simplest terms. All right, because we all want to know what's going on in our relationships, what's going on in our career, what kind of negative stuff could be affecting us. This just cuts right to the point there. This little book here, and I've seen this book published and sent with other decks as well that I've purchased. So it's a pretty popular book. I don't know who wrote it, but yeah. All right, Capricorns. So there's movement here, there's balance here, there's harmony here, there's definitely an energetic upgrade for you. You're feeling, I think, more complete and more whole when you stay in balance with yourself. Okay, don't give yourself more work than you need. Like, don't overburden yourself with more work. And then with relationships, pretty much like don't expect certain results. Let things play out, and that's going to be the best course for you on that in regards to that. And as for like being apathetic, I think what that really means is like, let me see if I'm right. Yeah, okay. Capricorn, you are definitely not known to be apathetic. That's for sure. However, okay, so basically it means like this is why balance is so important, Capricorns. Okay, so what it means is like you don't need to put extra effort or extra energy into a connection that isn't putting extra energy back. And I think you kind of already realized that, and you've already kind of got your results in that like aspect of the relationship and the connection. So it's like you don't have to like not be yourself, but you don't also have to like keep engaging with energy that's not engaging back. There might be one aspect of the connection in the relationship that is working, and categorizing it in that, keeping it in that category, sticking with that is just like keeping it simple and easy. Whereas if some other aspect starts playing into it, it'll get more complicated. So just you don't need to like get into so many different topics of conversation. For instance, you can stick with like one topic of conversation, and then that's it. That's the balance. Keep it like that. Yeah. I just finished soulmate readings, Capricorn. So if you want to know more about, all that, check that reading out. Okay. Love and light always, Capricorns. Take care now. Bye.